Everyone wants to build wealth. But the issue here is, too many of us are chasing the wrong things. We confuse assets with status symbols. We take on bad debt thinking it's a financial flex. Most people think they're building wealth, but they're actually digging a hole and calling it progress. You've heard the words assets and liabilities, right? Okay, but here's the brutal truth. If you don't know the difference, and I mean really know it, you're not going to build wealth. You'll end up funding your lifestyle at the cost of your future. In this video, we're breaking it all down. No fluff, no jargon, just the raw, honest truth about what's putting money in your pocket and what's quietly bleeding you dry. Because understanding this one single concept could be the difference between financial freedom and financial frustration. Let's settle it once and for all. What's really an asset and what's just pretending to be one? This is assets versus liabilities, explained like you've never heard it before. Let's go. We toss around words like asset and liability, but let's be honest, most people have no idea what they actually mean. Here's the truth. If it puts money in your pocket, it's an asset. If it takes money out, it's a liability. That's it. Simple, but powerful. And if you don't get that difference, you're just building a financial trap with velvet walls. All right, now that we've cleared the air, let's dive deep into what actually makes something an asset and what makes it a liability. Here's the most important thing to understand. It's not about how something looks. It's not about how much it costs. It's about what it does for your money. Like I said earlier on, an asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's the rule. Simple, but life-changing if you apply it. So let's talk examples. A house. Most people call it their biggest asset. But if you're living in it, paying a mortgage, property taxes, and maintenance every month, it's taking money out. That's a liability. Now, let's envisage the exact opposite. What if you rent it out and boom, it starts generating positive cash flow? Now it's an asset because it's working for you. How about a car? Usually, it's a liability because it loses value the second it's driven off the lot. Plus, you're paying for fuel, insurance, repairs every month. But what if you rent that car out on a platform like Turo and it earns more than it costs to keep? Now we're talking asset behavior. A designer handbag? That's a liability. I don't care if it's a limited edition of the most expensive brand out there. Unless you're flipping it for profit, it's just fashion debt. On the other hand, a camera you use to shoot videos for your business can be an asset. Why? Because it helps you make money. See the pattern here? It's not the thing itself. It's what it does. Now let's do a quick cash flow test. Every time you spend money, ask yourself, will this purchase put money back into my life or just take away? Check this out. Some things feel like assets because they might go up in value, like artwork, collectibles, even crypto. But unless they generate income or you sell them for a profit, they're just speculation. Speculation is not the same as cash flow. And here's the kicker. Liabilities don't always look like liabilities. Sometimes they disguise themselves as investments. But if it doesn't pay you or grow your net worth sustainably, then it's not helping you. Now here's a mindset shift. Poor people buy liabilities. Middle-class people buy liabilities they think are assets. Rich people buy assets first, then use the income from those assets to pay for their lifestyle. Let me rephrase that. Rich people let their assets pay for their luxuries, not the other way around. Here's an example. A poor mindset buys a new phone with credit and pays interest. A wealthy mindset uses income from a digital product or dividend-paying stock to buy that same phone guilt-free. See the difference? So how you start building assets? Let's keep it practical. Start small. You don't need $1 million. You just need to think long-term. A $100 stock that pays dividends is an asset. A $200 course that teaches you a high-income skill is an asset if you apply it. A YouTube channel, a podcast, a blog, all potential assets. Even a vending machine, a drop shipping store, a mobile app, small beginnings. But if they make money, that's the key. It's not about how big the asset is. It's about what it grows into. Now, let's be real. Assets take time. They don't always pay off overnight. But liabilities, they hit your wallet immediately. So choose wisely. You're either planting seeds for future income or swiping your way into deeper debt. And here's something most people don't realize. Even your skills can be assets. Can you code, speak, edit videos, sell? These are income-generating means. They go with you everywhere, and no one can repo them. So ask yourself, are you spending your time and money collecting things or building assets? Are you growing or just consuming? Because here's the bottom line. Liabilities look fun. Assets look boring at first. But 10 years from now, your future self will thank you for every smart decision you make today. Now let's bust 6 of the biggest financial myths you've been told about assets and liabilities. Let's clear the fog and get real. Because what you don't know is probably costing you. Myth number 1. If it's expensive, it must be an asset. This is one of the oldest lies in the personal finance playbook. Just because something has a high price tag doesn't make it an asset. Always take note. Expensive is not always equal to asset. A $10,000 luxury wristwatch rich might make you look rich, but it doesn't pay your rent. It doesn't produce income. It doesn't cover your car payment. It just sits there looking pretty. Assets are not about how much they cost. They're about what they do for you. Remember, an asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out. That's it. End of story. A $500 lawnmower you rent out on weekends is more of an asset than a $5,000 designer bag. Don't get it twisted. Real wealth is silent. It shows up in cash flow, not clothes. So next time you're tempted to splurge, ask, will this make me money or will it make me look like I have money? There's a big difference. One builds wealth. The other builds illusions. Myth number 2, your house is your biggest asset. This one's tough because it feels so personal. We grow up believing homeownership equals financial success. And yes, owning a home has value. But let's break this down. If your house doesn't generate income, if it costs you monthly in mortgage, taxes, repairs, and insurance, it's not an asset. It's a liability. Robert Kiyosaki said it best. Your house is not an asset unless it puts money in your pocket. Living in it, that's consumption. Renting it out, now that's investment. Think about it. You're paying every month. It's draining cash flow until you sell it for a profit or rent it for income. It's eating your wallet. It's like owning a beautiful cow you can't milk. Sure, it looks good, but where's the return? That doesn't mean you shouldn't buy a home. It means be realistic about its role in your wealth journey. Know the difference between emotional value and financial value. Don't lie to yourself because the bank won't and your budget won't either. Myth number 3, debt is always bad. Here's the thing. Not all debt is created equal. There's bad debt and then there's strategic debt. Bad debt buys things that lose value the second you swipe. Good debt buys things that make you money. Bad debt is those new sneakers you bought on a credit card. Good debt is a loan for a rental property. One drains your wealth. The other builds it. Let's use a metaphor. Bad debt is junk food. Tastes great, but it bloats your budget. Good debt is protein. It helps you grow. Taking a student loan to gain skills that raise your income, that can be good debt. Financing a business that produces cash flows, smart move. That is, if you've done your research. Buying a car you can't afford to impress people you don't even like, that's bad debt. Don't fear debt. Learn to use it like fire. It can cook your dinner or burn your house. It depends on how you handle it. So be the chef, not the arsonist. Myth number 4. If it appreciates, it's an asset. Just because something might go up in value doesn't make it an asset today. Appreciation is a maybe, not a guarantee. That beautiful painting from your uncle might be worth millions someday, or not, until you sell it and realize the profit. It's just a wall decor. Appreciation is speculation, and speculation isn't the same as income. Assets should work for you now. They should generate cash flow, dividends, or value. If you can't pay the bills with it today, it's a luxury item, not an asset. Hoping it'll be valuable in the future, that's gambling, not investing. Appreciation is the cherry on top, not the cake. Build your financial life on real returns, not fantasy profits. Buy assets that perform, not just ones that shine, because shiny things fade, but cash flow stays. Don't be rich in maybes. Be rich in monthlies. Myth number 5. Assets are only for the rich. This is one of the most harmful myths out there because it keeps people stuck, waiting for money to make money. But here's the truth. You don't need 6 figures to start. You don't need a fat trust fund or a sugar parent. You need strategy and discipline. Start small. Buy a $50 stock. Start a $100 side hustle. Start a YouTube channel. Launch a digital product. You can build assets from almost nothing. The key is to start. The earlier you do, the more time you give your assets to grow. The rich get richer because they own things that make money while they sleep. You can do that too, but you got to stop waiting. Stop saying one day, because assets aren't just for the rich. They're how people become rich. Let that sink in. Myth number 6. Assets are permanent. Here's another trap. Thinking once you own an asset, it'll always be valuable. False. Assets can become liabilities overnight. A rental property in a great area today could become a financial headache tomorrow. Tenants move out. Neighborhoods decline. Taxes go up. Expenses rise. Suddenly it's bleeding money. The golden goose can turn into an angry pigeon. The car you rented on Turo last year, maybe it's not booking anymore. The online store that made you $1,000 a month, now it's costing you more than it earns. That's reality. Assets are dynamic. You have to manage them, watch them, maintain them, adapt them, just like a garden. You don't just plant and pray. You water, you prune, you protect. Wealth requires attention. Even assets need upkeep. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. What made you money last year might lose money this year. Stay sharp. Be a student of your own finances. Keep asking, is this still serving me? Or is it starting to take more than it gives? Let's recap real quick. Expensive doesn't mean asset. Your house might not be helping you. Debt isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. Appreciation is nice, but unreliable. You can start building assets right now, and assets don't last forever without love. So ask yourself, what's really making you money? What's just sitting there looking cute? Be honest, because the sooner you drop the myths, the faster you'll build real wealth. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth. And if this video helped clear things up, smash that like button. Hit subscribe for more straight up money talk. And hey, drop your favorite money myth in the comments. Let's learn together, because financial freedom isn't about being perfect. It's about about being educated, taking action, and owning your future. Don't let old advice hold you back. Don't let shiny things distract you. Focus on cash flow. Focus on value. Build wisely. Leave freely. You've got this. I believe in you. Thanks for watching. And remember, wealth is built in silence, sustained by wisdom, and multiplied by discipline. Now go out there and build something real, something that grows, something that gives, something that lasts. See you in the next one.